It says minds and machines, but rightfully so, because as much as we talked about technology has a role to play here, it is very important to know that it starts with people. So if we go with technology first for your smart factory initiative, I can guarantee we are going to have a lot of surprises. So it's important to take the human centric approach to this whole thing. So when it comes to human centric approach, first thing of first, you have to have a leadership support. You got to have a budget. You got to have a buy-in at the top leadership blessing so that you can take this and roll it as an organizational initiative. It's not a small short journey. It is a journey with some surprises. So you got to have that backing. Now that you got your backing, you got your budget, it is not possible for you to implement this with a limited set of people. It is not a OT problem where you can get 4 or 5 control engineers. Okay, let's get this Rockwell automation in place, or put some Siemens controller PLC, collect some data. It's not a science project, right? So it is important for you to engage all the stakeholders. So by stakeholders, I don't mean only the production managers, the engineers, your quality control, your continuous improvement team, your operational technology folks, your if I said operators, then QC people, IT side of things, the manufacturing head. You got to have a buy-in from all the different stakeholders, to because everybody's concern is different. Because if you come up with a technology based solution, and then last when you go and implement it, you're having an objection from an operator because he has got a practical problem, or a safety engineer. This is a real life example, huh? We come up with a solution, and then we go to the plant and propose a solution, then it gets shot down on one little nuance thing. Oh, I can't run a line here. Yeah, and this is a hazardous thing for people to. It's a trip hazard, right? And right now I cannot do anything, and it'll take like 6 months for you to even run a line around this. You come up with a great solution. Okay, put a Wi-Fi, blah blah blah. Okay, how is the Wi-Fi going to work in a microwave environment? You may have some disruption. So it is important to take people along when you design solutions. It's not a technology first approach. Take people along, get their buy-in, get their objections ahead of time, work with them to propose a solution. The next thing is the most important thing, right? Like I said, certain things cannot be designed within the air conditioned room. You have to make the effort to walk up and do a plant visit. Like I said, for just one customer of ours, I visited 6 plants. No two plants was the same. Not even two plants were same. Every plant had different way of doing things, different strategies, different little nuances, and rightfully so. I mean, when you go and actually sit and understand, it is not because of lack of knowledge. It is because they have a genuine problem which is unique to that plant, why they do certain things the way they do. So unless you empathize, you go sit with them and understand, it is impossible for us to again handle a solution. That's why I think Frank, you put this on.
Yeah, basically the Japanese have a great term for this as part of the Toyota way. It's Genshi Genbutsu. It means go and see. That you basically, there's another Japanese truism. It's the frog in the well knows nothing of the grandeur of the sea. And basically, you don't know what you don't know unless you actually go and see. And so it's hugely important to go visit and see what's actually going on.
Can't overemphasize that. Yeah. IT OT, we talked about it. It is extremely important for us to clearly have a strategy as to what data is going to be collected, what help we need from the PLC team, the control engineers, how long the data stays within the plant. It's great to have an IT strategy, but then if you do not have, if you come up with a situation where you're putting some of the IT or a cloud component in the critical path in the manufacturing space, nobody's going to like it, because you may have disruption. You have to have a plan, a failure mode effect analysis done at every level to make sure the manufacturing process does not stop. So it's very critical to know what is the data strategy, what data resides within the plant, how do you ensure that the data that is entered in the plant is accurate, but yet you have one master data across the enterprise, so that you have a data accuracy and the data integrity that you're maintaining. Going to the technology side of things, pretty standard. This should be very familiar for you. Starts with the sensors and your connectivity. You pull data, which includes tags. You have to have a strategy of you have to have a strategy where you accommodate and take everybody along. When I say everybody along, the machines of today's world, the machines 10 years old, the machines which are 20 years old, don't be surprised, the machines which are 30, 40 years old. So you got to have a strategy that you can't go with, I have all the connectivity and the new age machine. So you have to have a aftermarket a fitment strategy. You have to have a strategy where you cannot upgrade certain things. Backward compatibility, it's important for us to work with that constraint in place. HMI, it's really key to, it's a key component of it, where you can save a lot of little time for the operators and make their life easy. Not just make the life easy, improve the data accuracy. One of our customer actually started saying they had a $200,000 budget they were asked to allocate, not for technology, not for a project, not for a discovery. A $200,000 for buying whiteboards across all their plants so that they can roll out some of their OEE initiative and get accurate data element. So it's important for us to really understand where your HMI will come to a big play, because the time that it takes for a plant manager, a shift manager to walk in to line after line, collect the data, put it in an Excel, then do a data correction, and then send it to the network drive. There's a lot of manual process that goes in. By improving with a good HMI strategy, you are actually improving the data accuracy and you're actually enabling the operator to focus on something that's even more important than entering the data on a whiteboard.
And for those playing TLA bingo at home, what does HMI stand for?
I'm sure most of us know. Human machine interface, it's key. It could be a touch screen based, it could be anything where a human is interacting with a machine, right? There are different ways you can tackle this. If you're weighing the scrap at end of the line, how painless and how frictionless we can make that experience happen. Again, it's so important for us to do the plant visit and talk to the operators and the different stakeholders to know what is the right HMI for that. Otherwise, we'll design something really what you call Web 2.0, 3.0 that may not even make any sense for them, right? It's absolutely, they don't have time and patience for going 5 levels down. It should be simple, precise, to the point. Let them focus on their work.
A classic HMI story I remember is one where we had implemented a new system that was very touch friendly and very clickable, until we went and saw that the main users all used a keyboard. And it was like, oh, there's a fail. So yeah, it's very important to go and see.
Yeah. The next component of this is the data platform. So you have to have a strategy, as we said, because at the end of the day, all this sensors and your HMI data collection, it's all for ensuring that you have a data which will give you the insights. Your data will speak the truth. So we don't need to speculate. We don't need to come up with hypothesis. The data will tell you the truth. Whether one plant is more efficient than the other, then what is that they are doing well? What is that they are doing better, which the other plant can influence? And that's a very common sight. When you get these KPIs and metrics, it really speaks the truth loud and clear. It shows you the mirror. Then you can go back and look at what adjustments you need to do. So having a data platform is key. It's very unique kind of data. Most of the time, you have a time series type of data. You need a database. You need certain compute power, which is unique to this type of workload. So you have to have a solid foundation. You can't do a duct tape based solution based on what you already have, but it has to integrate with what you have, because you cannot build something in silo and say, okay, I've got a data platform, but unless it talks to your ERP system, it talks to your rest of the system, it's not going to give you the power and insights what you really need. Last but not the least, the insights which you need to collect plenty of data. so that you can derive insights. We are halfway into the presentation. There are some interesting some more facts that we need to jump into. So I'll focus on the solutioning part and some of the things to watch out for.